Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to be doing this in two parts. I'm going to go back on in another minute and do the full moon forecast, but I wanted to get on here really quick because I decided to add a few things to the energy shift that we're having that today. This has happened. It's the north and south nodes of the moon have shifted into a Gemini Sagittarius energy. This is a air, fire, dragon energy. So in the next 18 months, you will see headlines about these two energies, air and fire. We're already seeing it in the news. If you read my April 28th newsletter or even watched my video on the energy shift, I talked about energies taking place within the realm of birds and wings. And just, what was it, yesterday, that Japanese hornet, that 2-inch bug, wings. So you're going to see things like this in the news, thing that takes on a Gemini energy because it has wings. Birds take on Gemini energy, anything with wings. So it made perfect sense when I heard that, going, aha, so it begins. But I did add a few things in because I think you can handle it. So I'm going to, I had this conversation the other day with my mom, and she goes, but you left out some stuff that you told me. And I said, yeah, I kind of did that on purpose. And she says, don't leave it out, add it in. So I did revise my newsletter with a couple of more, I don't really want to call them predictions, but of things to come and the possibilities. I did one negative, I added one more negative in, and I added one positive just to balance it out. One of the things, let's start with the positive. One of the great things about this energy is in the next 18 months, you're going to find great deals on new and used cars, motorcycles, RVs, anything with wheels that has to do with transportation. You're going to be blessed by this energy. Okay. That is the one positive thing I added. Now, towards the end here, I did add something, and I put that there is a strong possibility of war breaking out. The United States is on the verge of imploding itself, and this energy has shifted. We're sitting with this negative energy in the United States' sixth house. The sixth house is the health and the service to the world. Other countries are sitting back and watching us implode on ourselves. And it is going to get worse before it gets better. When I say there's a strong possibility of war, there could be one of two things going on here. Now, the great seer Nostradamus had predicted that World War III would break out in the year 2020. By looking at the stars and looking at how divided our nation is as a country, I'm referring to the United States right now, there is a strong possibility that civil war is going to break out. I see this happening either in June, possibly December of 2020. The other 2 months in 2021 that you're going to want to look for are June and December again. But we are on the brink of something going on. Just something is off. And it's not just us having a civil war. We've got the government's wanting to blame China, and I get it. This coronavirus did originate from China, and I don't think China was being 100% honest and truthful with how bad the outbreak was. I think sometimes leaders go into it thinking they can handle it and it's in their control, but in reality, it's not in control. If there is a World War III, it will be between, it'll obviously the world, but China, North Korea will be involved in this in some way. I strongly don't think it's going to be a World War III. I think it's going to be a civil war right here in the United States. That's what I'm seeing. There's just too much craziness going around. I just watched the news yesterday of a young man who was taking a jog. I think this was in Georgia. African-American boy taking a jog. Well, to me, he's a boy. He's a young man. He could be my son. And these two men, I think they were retired police, shot him dead, saying he was a suspect. You know, then there was the security guard a few days ago in Flint, Michigan, who told some lady, you have to enter the store with a mask. And I know people are enraged by having to do this. You know, I mean, at least you're able to get out. If you have to wear a mask to enter the store, it's just common sense. It's not about you. You may be healthy. I may be healthy. The mask is to protect more of the more vulnerable citizens of this country. Anyway, the security guard got in an argument with her. She left, came back, same SUV, and two men opened fire and shot the security guard dead. Shot him in the head. All because of a mask. You know, so then you have these people protesting on the state capital of certain states with automatic rifles, fully loaded, you know, standing there. And it's kind of funny, you know. I don't want to have to, this has nothing to do with politics, but it's kind of funny how you don't like it when you're being told what to do with your body, but yet the men of this world have been telling us women what we can do with our bodies for the last 2,000 years plus. Huh. Kind of funny how that works. Sucks, don't it? To be the irony of things. Anyway, I am going to get off of here and I'm going to come back on with your full moon forecast coming up tomorrow. I just wanted to go over a few things and let you know about the energy shift that's happening and how it correlates to things going on in the news. Someone had asked me just yesterday, well, how do I know when this is here? How do I know when this energy is here? Okay, and I just explained it. Think back to, before I end, think back to, we just shifted. We were in a Capricorn tail, Cancer head. And before that energy, you know, before 2018, from 2016, 2017, think of the energy that was going on back then. The tail was in Aquarius. The head was in Leo. Okay. So, the airlines, you were seeing people getting kicked off airlines. You were seeing air marshals put on. Makes sense. The tail was negative in an air sign of Aquarius that rules aeronautics. Then we shifted and the tail went into Capricorn and you saw what was happening within our government. I said that we were getting ready to be on the brink of some sort of, God, what was the word I used? It had to do with the government and politics. I don't remember what word it was I was looking for, but a lot of politics took place and it was in a negative, and a lot of politicians have been exposed. And that was that energy. Now we're in a Sagittarian tail. This affects the animal world. This affects the laws, courts, judges, the Supreme Court. This is people filing for bankruptcy because they can't make it once they get their hospital bills. Like I said, the United States is getting ready to implode on itself from years and years of corruption. You know, to have a shortage of medical supplies because all of our supplies are made in China is just simply unacceptable. And I blame corporations in a lot of ways. And that's what's happening. It's imploding on itself. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. And in the next 18 months, the negative, you'll see more fires, more animal life being lost. animals attacking humans, court issues, law issues, Supreme Court. This also rules religion and the codification of thought. And this is the last breath of Pisces, trying to hold on to every little bit of control that they have. But less and less people are going to church, and more people are looking into more esoteric ways of learning and being enlightened. Times are changing. These are incredible times, but they're also scary times. So hang in there, and we will get through this. Remember, knowledge is power. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you soon. Let's see. Kafui? Hi, Kafui. I'm coming back in about 5 minutes with my full moon in Scorpio forecast. We're finding spirit in our own journey. Absolutely. Amen to that. We are finding spirit in our own journey. Sometimes in life, things have to completely fall apart before they can get rebuilt back up. So this is a big lesson for humanity. And like I said, the light workers, the pagans, the witches, the shamans, these are the ones. Our time is here now. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes, everybody. So talk to you soon.